Western Washington University.
Hello. The oil sands have propelled Alberta into the international energy economy and defined Canada as a crucial global supplier of petroleum. Huxley Consulting LLP addresses environmental concerns, social justice, and economic benefit simultaneously by recognizing their mutual dependence. Our partners consist of Ms. Emily Duncanson, myself, Mr. Matt Maroney, Mr. Matt Ferguson, and Mr. Reed Hafer. Before elaborating on our EOI, we'd like to formally thank AWMA for generously supporting this opportunity. We have developed an innovative three-phase site management plan to occur over ProMine's lifespan. The three phases, initiation, operation, and reclamation, are designed to minimize water use, increase energy efficiency, provide social benefits, and decrease environmental damage while ensuring economically feasible operations.
Starting with phase 1 and prior to operations, Crown should develop an adaptive site design that addresses both environmental and social concerns. This must occur due to emerging opposition from Aboriginal, citizen, and environmental groups. Recently, opposition groups have begun to pose emerging threats through both litigation and even eco-terrorism. First, wildlife corridors must be designated based off unique biological and topographical characteristics of each site. These undisturbed continuous strips of land serve as permanent habitats and also stopping grounds for migratory species like the whooping crane and caribou. Next, cultural keystone species must be identified and protected. These species play central roles for Aboriginal populations as a result of traditional and cultural dependence. These groups depend on these species for clothing, food, and medicine, in addition to ceremonies, discourse, and dances. By identifying these species, Crown will strengthen Aboriginal relations while at the same time working towards both environmental and cultural sustainability. Third, Crown must develop a plan to communicate and more thoroughly integrate its stakeholders into the decision-making process. Community-based natural resource management, which aims to achieve poverty reduction and natural resource conservation, will address this issue. By using the local community as a focal point for management, this approach strives to bring all stakeholders to the table through public hearings, community gatherings, and educational outreach. In turn, company practices will become more transparent and increased input from stakeholders will occur. Lastly, Crown must emphasize business development. Specifically, they should strive to become the second oil sands company in Alberta to receive a gold level in the Progressive Aboriginal Relations Program under the Canadian Council for Aboriginal Business. Furthermore, given the recent pilot project findings, a biodiesel distribution center can be utilized to provide both energy and jobs. This low-cost resource can be distributed to local entrepreneurs to provide employment and a renewable fuel to the local economy. Through these strategies, Crown will work towards a more beneficial and mutually harmonious relationship with those opposed to current oil sands operations, while at the same time stimulating the local economy. After initiation processes have been completed, phase 2 operations can then occur.
In phase 2 operations, we strive to achieve high thermal efficiency through closed-loop engineering. We propose a gradual phase-out of surface mining for the drastic reduction in water consumption, ecosystem destruction, and diesel machinery emissions. In addition, this technology is the only in-situ technique currently available for the large-scale production demand that Crown Oil seeks from ProMine. A gradual phase-out avoids a complete and immediate investment into this more expensive in-situ technology. In addition, the installed infrastructure permits adoption of unfeasible but emerging technologies, such as combustion overhead gravity drainage, VAPEX, TIE, and supercritical carbon dioxide, which could further reduce environmental damage while increasing profitability. This adoption of innovation allows for Crown Oil to stay at the cutting edge of the industry. increased environmental benefit associated with in-situ technologies comes at an increased energetic cost. That's why we propose maximum thermal efficiency through the use of an integrated gasification combined cycle power plant using natural gas. This plant can be supplemented with gasification from upgrading byproducts and even net carbon negative biofuels. High efficiency means low operating costs and emissions.
Just want to expand a little bit on the upgrading process. Upgrading is integral to cogeneration and also produces higher quality products. Also, the asphaltenes and coke, as my colleague had mentioned, are also a source fuel for the gasifier. Also, through petrochemical clustering, we can harvest certain elements and compounds that can be packaged and resold on the market for an extra source of revenue. We recommend that 3 cents per barrel produced be set aside for these things environmental liability insurance to address the uncertainties or wrong assumptions in the future. Community scholarships, green energy, and public works, specifically for public works. We would like to help improve municipal water and sewage processing so we can harvest their gray water, and also that will be a source of revenue for the local community. And once this is in place, we can move on to reclamation.
Our flexible reclamation plan will effectively and concurrently remediate wastewater and tailing solids through centrifuge and evaporation technology, as well as with wet and dry landscape remediation techniques. Pearl Mine, as a result, will increase water use efficiency, decrease toxicity, as well as revegetate the local landscape for habitat for local wildlife. This revegetation, we believe, will also begin to offset our carbon emissions from our other plant emissions, and will provide potential biomass for supplementing our gasifier. We also can incorporate the waste material left over from the biodiesel microbial digestion process. We believe that by establishing these protocols, we can make Crown become the second company to receive the reclamation certificate awarded by the Alberta government. We also propose integrating a zero liquid discharge operation with our SAGD process. This will eliminate a liquid waste stream and further increase our water use efficiency. This process combines falling foam evaporators, which remove water from the waste solution for reuse and steam generation, and crystallizers that also remove water from the solution for reuse, but also solidify mixed salts that are still remaining in the solution and solidify those, resulting in a solid cake material that can be easily incorporated into our reclamation landscape.
So, in order to ensure the effectiveness of these reclamation techniques, we have developed a biomonitoring network and for aquatic pH exposure, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. The yellow perch and fat head minnows have been used in the past for oxidative stress and bio pH equivalents. Frog developmental toxicity tests have also been used in oil sand fusion. For aquatic testing, we can use lichen. They've been used in the past in Alberta mining operations, and also the United States Forest Service Region 6 has a suite of lichen species. Their tolerance levels, their accumulative properties that also exist here in this province. So we can extrapolate that data and use it here as well. Also, passive monitoring instruments to monitor greenhouse gas emissions can also be used, and also will be fed into the Alberta's provincial air monitoring network. And this will ensure our goals are being met.
In conclusion, every component of our phases are mutually supportive and reflect the overall mission of our firm. Our plan is designed to achieve a closed loop in operations while maintaining an open loop in communications. The CEO of Suncor, Rick George, said yesterday at the keynote how his company is investing $1.7 billion over the next 24 months to address environmental degradation. Enhanced environmental awareness comes at an increased economic cost. However, we believe Crown Oil recognizes that Alberta's health and beauty is worth the investment. Thank you, and we'll take any questions.
I guess not really a question, but a comment. I like the way that you structured your presentation. I think I said this to you yesterday, where you really put the societal piece up front before the operations piece, which sometimes gets forgotten. And I think when you do acknowledge that societal piece up front,
This was something that we discussed in our group, but didn't make it into our proposal or presentation because it's based on requirements. We know that sun